Okay, the next topic we're going to revise for A Maths, right, is this topic called surds. Okay. Now surds you have actually like a square root sign, and then there are numbers inside. Okay. Normally you have prime numbers. Alright. And the important thing about surds is you cannot leave your answer like that. This is called not simplest form. So to make it the simplest form, you must rationalize the surd, meaning you must make rationalize the denominator. You must make the denominator, right, become a very nice number, no square root. Okay, so this time this is this time this is this. So that's all. Okay. Now, of course, it can be a slightly more difficult like this. Now, when it is like this, you have to multiply by same thing. Everything is the same except the sign must change to minus. Okay, so that effectively you multiply by 1 to this fraction. And we're actually applying a plus b, a minus b, okay, which gives us a square minus b square. Okay, which means that the result of this is square this, which is 4, square this, which is 3, and then is the sign is minus, right? So you have 2 minus square root 3, so that happens to be the answer. Okay, now in the examination, this is the first thing you must know. In the examination, right, they can either give you a story, which I'm going to show you. There's a story, meaning it can be corner, it can be anything, it can be a triangle. Then down here, let's say it's 60, down here is this, and down here is let's say, then it asks you to find the area area, so it's half A B sine C, right? Okay, so they can give you a story like that, then you to do using your half AB sine C lor. Okay, then you need to know that because they will say without using a calculator, that means they want you to have all in exact answer. For surds is always like that. So you need to know 60, right? This is 45, 90, 0, so this is 30, 45, 60. You close this finger, you sign cos first, then sine, right? So it is square root 3 over 2. Okay, then you slowly, then after that slowly. Won't be so complicated but I'm just giving you an example. Alright, now the other kind is not no storyline, but just ask you to evaluate like this. Okay, no storyline is easier than those with storyline. Storyline, then you will have corner, whatever. Okay, then corner, some later I show you Okay, the third kind, right, is where they ask you to solve equals to, let's say, 4 square root 3 minus 2. So the whole idea, right, is, of course it won't be so easy. The whole idea is you must manipulate until it's square root 3, a number times square root 3 plus another number. Then you see, then you compare, and then you compare. That means you compare the number in front of that same surd with square root 3, right? So A must be 4 lor, and B must be minus 2. So this is the solving kind of question for surds. Okay, now let's do one actual question. This is a one with storyline. Story, okay? Now, a right circular cone. What's a right circular cone? It's just a cone, no big deal. Then what do you call right circular cone? Because some cones can be, okay, right circular cone means, right, the highest point, which is called a vertex, is perpendicular to the base. So when they say right, it's actually a right angle here for the cone. Because there are some cones that are not right circular cone. This is also a cone, like slanted one. It's also a cone. Okay, so we don't do this kind of questions in secondary school. Yes, a vertical height of this. Okay lah. Then you draw a diagram. A picture tells 1,000 words. Okay, so you draw a diagram. And the slanted height is this. Slanted height you learn, right? It's this one. Is Sec 2 work. So this is L. And the volume of the cone is this fella here. Volume. Oh. So the volume of this is this. Why is there a pi there? Don't think that this pi is useless. This pi times this whole thing, okay? It is this pi times this whole thing. You must write, right here. Okay, now, without using a calculator, you see, I told you already, they will not want you to use a calculator. That means all your answers must be exact form. That means they want exact form. Okay? And the A and B are integers. Okay, now, they want you to show that L square can be expressed in terms of this. Now, this is L, right? How to find L square? Sorry. Naturally, you must think of Pythagoras theorem. But you see, we have a problem, We know the height. The height is this, right? But we don't know the radius. If we know the radius, we can straight away use Pythagoras theorem. You see, I skip to this part, okay, to show you what we actually want. This is your R square. Later I show you. Then the R you found here. R square you found here. Okay, so this is your R square plus L square equal R square plus H square. Correct? Pythagoras theorem, R, H, L. This square equal this square plus this square, right? So that's what you have here. Okay, so you must know that all the E-maths things that you have learned, right? Similar triangle lah. Okay, similar triangle. Confirm your A-maths got similar triangle. Something over something equals something over something. Confirm happen. Okay, then Pythagoras theorem, all this kind you have, okay? So you go and try and work this out, expand, see whether you can get this or not, okay? But I'm going to show you now how we end up with the R square, how to find the R square. Now you should know that cone, right? The volume is 1/3 pi R square H, okay? 1/3 pi R square H, and the H is actually this fella, right? So so now you see the pi will cancel out first, correct? Okay, then now what you need to do is to make this R square the subject. So you cross multiply here. I mean, you just multiply this thing here, okay? Then you divide by this. Alright? So can you see that you can actually simplify this Okay, I need to revise with you how to simplify, okay? This one is already simplest form, so there's nothing much you can do. Once they are like in prime numbers, they are actually simplest form already, okay? This one, can you so-called divide by 2? 48 divided by 2, that's 24, right? Not much use, right? Because you cannot square root 2, you cannot square root 24, so it's quite useless. Now, then you divide by 3. You divide by prime numbers, okay? Then you see whether you can square root the other one. Can. Can means you use this. I'll show you later what I mean. Okay, then this, you divide by the prime number first. You see whether you can divide by prime number and then give you a very nice number that can square root. Can, right? So this is what you do. So this is square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 3 is just square root 3 lah. You cannot, that's the simplest form already. So it's this fella here. Okay, that's why you see here, like that. I'm explaining to you this step, okay? Then how about this fella here? You cannot square root 2, right? But I can square root 9. So it's plus 3 square root 2. Are we okay? So this is how we get this part here. Okay? Now after that, you see, step by step, teach you rationalize this. How to rationalize? Copy exactly the same, but if this is minus, then this will be plus. Okay? Then you put brackets, must put brackets. Then you multiply. You do expansion, you will end up with this. And you must have the n in mind. The question wants you to have something times square root 6. So you must work smart. That means I show you here, okay? From this step onwards, you must all the way keep this square root 6. And then combine this with this, that's 30. Combine this with this, that's 90. Okay, then you divide this individually. 90 divided by 10 is this one, minus 30 divided by 10 is this fella here. Okay, but that's not answer. This is only r square. Okay, I'm giving you a very complicated question. Don't worry, your exam is easier than this. I'm just stretching you a bit so that you're all prepared. So r square is this one. You sub this one here to, by Pythagoras theorem, L square equal R square plus H square ma. Remember just now that diagram I drawn for you. L is here, H is here, R is here. That's how you get this using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so that's how you get the answer. Okay, go and try on your own. So we have revised one type of search question already. Later, then I go and revise with you another one, okay?